this was Angus in the car on the way to London, freaking out. After the drive, finally relaxing, and at the airport, saying goodbye. And my little care package on the plane. Let's get started. Hi, everybody. What a day, what a day, what a day, what a week. I don't even know. So I've just arrived in Toronto, and I'm just gonna kind of let you all know how it went, what happened. Don't mind my red nose and stuff and my red eyes. I was just crying because I'm just really sad. So, today is the 10th of March. I went to London on the 9th. Dell drove me to London on the 9th. We spent the night, and he dropped me off at the airport this morning, which was absolutely shite. Cried there. And then I had to go into the building all by myself because everything's restricted and it's just a bunch of garbage. So check-in was fairly easy. I wasn't sure what to expect because I was traveling with Angus, aka Douglas. Check-in was easy, dropped my bags off. On the Air Canada website, it did say that first piece of luggage is $70 Canadian. Second piece is $100 Canadian. And I also had a credit on my account because they changed my seat. I had paid for a seat because I wanted a specific seat because I knew it had more leg room and I wanted space for him under the seat and such. So I paid an extra $100 for that when I booked my flight. So they put me in just like a whatever nosebleed seat and they refunded me that amount. So when they did that, I called and I was like, right, how do I get my money back? And they said that it would be a credit on my account. And I said, well, can I use that credit towards my luggage? And they said, when you check in, ask a lady there and they should be able to process it. So I got to the checkout and I said, listen, I should have this credit. Can I apply it towards my luggage? And she said, there's no credit on your account. If you would have gotten a refund for the seat, it would have gone back onto your payment method, which it hadn't. So now I have to call Air Canada and find out about that. As well, they charged me in pounds. So again, like I say, the first bag should be 70. They charge 55 pounds. Second bag should be 100. They would be charging 80 pounds. So that's 135 pounds, which converted is not even close to $170. And then the lady told me that I also have to pay for luggage when I go from Toronto to Winnipeg because it's a second flight. I don't know how that works because when I booked my flight, it was from London to Winnipeg and I only had to pay for luggage one time and I had to pay for Angus one time. So why am I having to pay twice for luggage? I only had to pay once for the dog, so why am I paying twice for the luggage? That makes absolutely no sense. So I have to call Air Canada and find out what's going on with that because I most certainly am not paying for luggage again. It's not happening. So that was the check-in process. My bag was a little bit overweight, but she let it go. It was fine. Then I got through security. I got through super fast, super easy. I had to put him in his carrier. They just took him, walked him behind the like the little conveyor belt that your shit goes through to go through the scanner. They took him behind that and just put him at the end for me to pick up. So I had to take off my boots, my jacket, jewelry, empty my pockets, electronics, liquids, you know, all that. And then I just packed it all up and then a lady met me at the end of the desk and we took Angus into this little room. I took him out, she took the bag, put that bag through the scanner, everything was good. And then from there, I didn't put him back in the bag until we had to board. So we just kind of hung about the airport for a bit. And then we went to our boarding gate. I put him in the carrier and he hated me for the next 8 hours. So I got onto the flight and it was actually really spaced out. It was really nice, most comfortable I've ever been on a really long flight because I wasn't sitting beside anybody. So it was 3 rows of 3. I was on the far left side and I was assigned the middle seat, so that's where I sat, but I had both seats beside me were empty. So I put my jacket on one side, put my bag underneath in front of me, and I put Angus on the floor beside me. And then once we were in the air, I picked him up and I kept him in his carrier, but I put him on the seat beside me. So I had my hand in the carrier the whole time, but he was still freaking out. He didn't sleep at all. He was panting like crazy. I did give him something called Comex, that was given to me by the vet. It's not a sedative at all. It's amino acids, and it's got some amino acids, something pipe or something or other, and some vitamin, I don't know, but it's supposed to make them calm, and you use it for like a week prior to when the actual event is. So I did that. So I'll be giving him another one tomorrow, just because we are leaving in 3 days to go back to Winnipeg. So we got on the flight. That was all good. The meal, they brought it out really quickly, like within the first hour. And they just essentially gave you like this cardboard sleeve that had everything in it. They gave you a can. And I don't know if you know, but you know how they used to crack the cans and give you like a cup with like half a can's worth of beverage? Well, they gave you the whole can this time, and I got to. So I didn't drink them. I just brought them to the hotel because I didn't know what to expect when I got here. So then that was all fine and dandy. Oh yeah, and at the check-in as well, I had to show the proof that I got my negative PCR COVID test before getting on the plane. So that was really the only thing that they checked for. One thing to note, my vet back like in Glasgow told me that I needed what he called an export health certificate in order to get into Canada with the dog. And I said, I don't think so, because I've looked on the travel website, like on the government website, and it says the only thing I can ever find is that if your dog is over 8 months of age, they need a rabies vaccination, and that's it. There's nothing that states anything other than that. So I ran out of time in Glasgow, and I just didn't get a chance to do it, and I just crossed my fingers, hoped that I didn't have to. And then, so yeah, I didn't end up doing that. So when I got to Toronto, got off the plane, that was fairly easy. He was getting kind of angry at me. He tried to attack me through the carrier. But as soon as I got out of the linkway there, and into the building, I just was like, right, I can't do this anymore. So I just took him out, and I actually ran into a girl who had a dog as well. And she's like, do you have a dog in there? And I was like, mm-hmm. So she goes, well, I have a dog too. Do you think we could take them out? And I said, fuck it, I'm taking him out, because he's been in there for 7 hours, over 7 hours. And I can't have him in there anymore. Like, he's stressed out. So I took him out. She took her dog out. We both looked up at each other. 2 Frenchies. Oh my god, it was so cute. I'll insert a couple clips here. That it was just the most adorable thing ever. So that wee girl, that's Angus's new girlfriend, she's deaf and she knows sign language, and holy fuck, adorable. She's not a pure Frenchie though, she's Frenchie Boston Terrier mix, so that's why she's fairly tall. Angus is tall as well, but he's full Frenchie. Anyway, off topic. So we go through the airport together. It was nice to have somebody kind of going through the same situation I was, so maybe I'll see her at the airport in 3 days, who knows. Right, so we go through, and we picked up our luggage, first of all, off the conveyor belts. They had people taking them off for social distancing purposes. They had people taking them off of the conveyor belts, but they were just bundling them all together. So you still had to go up to this place and go collect your suitcase. Like, I just don't understand what the purpose of it was. Everyone can just stand around the carousel, social distancing, and pull off their suitcase when they see it. Because the flight wasn't that big. So it's not like there was like a whole bunch of people. So that kind of made no sense to me because they were just pulling off all the suitcases and then just piling them in this one spot all next to each other. So everyone had to go and stand beside each other to grab their suitcases anyway. It was really stupid. So we got our suitcases and then we went through customs. Obviously, we had to declare the dog, so we had to go through a different section. So I got there, the guy just asked for my passport, my declaration form, rabies vaccination, and then just asked me a couple of questions about like my travels and such. And then we moved on to the COVID testing portion. So I had already registered. The company that we use is called Switch Health. That's the one that's registered in Toronto. So I pre-registered. That's something that, like, if you look on the government website where you find the information to book your hotels, it'll tell you that you can pre-register, which I did, which was excellent because I just flew right through. Like, there was a bunch of people that hadn't registered yet. So you go through, you stand in line, they ask you for your phone number, they find your account, they give you a little tube and like a little package, and they put like your barcode in it, and then you take your package over to a different station and they do the test for you. So the PCR test that I had in Glasgow that I had to pay $300 for, they swabbed each tonsil 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, and then you take the same swab and go up your nose. And then they did the one here and they administered it for you. So I did that one myself. Like, the nurse just watched me do it. And then when we got the ones done at the airport, it was just a nasal swab. So I don't know. Like, if what's a PCR test? Like, that's the only one that we're allowed to use for traveling purposes. But like, they were done differently. So was the one I got in Glasgow a PCR test, or was the one here I got a PCR test? Like, why are they different? I don't understand. So yeah, that was that. And then they gave me this guy as well. So this guy is one that I take home. They've put the date on here as to when I need to do it. It's just like an at-home thing. I guess you would mail it in. So they tell you the date, and a nurse will call you and do like a video chat with you and show you how to like do it. I'm a pro already, obviously, because I've had to do so many just to get here. And as well, when I went through customs, they checked my ArriveCan app to make sure that I did everything. They checked to make sure I had my hotel reservation. They also checked to make sure that I had my negative test before I got on the flight, which I don't know why, because they checked it before I got on the flight, because that's the whole purpose of it. But whatever, it is what it is. So we got through the testing bit, and then a lady was just asking, like, what hotel are you going to? And then they had different directions for different hotels. So when we booked the hotel initially, they told us, listen, like, the taxi driver has to come in and we pay them. So don't pay them because they come in and get the funds from us. Because if you pay them, they can still come get the funds. So essentially they're getting double paid. And then when I was at the airport, the lady's like, right, so you're going to go this way for your hotel and it's a taxi, and you pay them and you get reimbursed by the hotel. And I was like, what? Am I paying them or is the hotel paying them? Because I don't know what? I'm confused. So we got into the taxi. And to be honest, the taxi driver was kind of a dink anyway. Because he's like, are you paying me? And I was like, well, like, no, like, when we get to the hotel, we'll go in and double check and find out what's happening. And he's like, oh, and there's an extra charge for the dog as well. Okay. Anyway, we got into the hotel. There's 2 different windows. One is for domestic, one is for international travel. So obviously I'm going international travel. The lady in front of me had no clue what the hell she was doing. She didn't speak English. She just didn't know what was happening. So she had to call someone who was translating for her. And they were like, well, she's supposed to be exempt. And they're like, well, obviously she's not exempt because she's got a reservation. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. So it was just kind of a mess. And then she was dealing with that. And then the other lady was helping somebody else. And so there was one computer that was open. So the lady that was dealing with the one that was having a hard time speaking English and such, she's like, right, okay, so you speak with your daughter and figure out what's going on there. And then she calls me over. Yeah, I'm just checking in, like, here's my information. And she's like, excellent, perfect, beautiful. And we're only going to charge you one night for the dog, which is $15. Could have been $45, so cool, I guess. And then she's like, right, so this is how you order food and stuff. I'm gonna go grab the sheets for the food. So she's like, this is how you order the food, and you get 3 meals per day. So I was like, right, well, it's 6 p.m. and you know, today's my day 1 and I've missed breakfast and lunch. So why am I being charged for that? I'm staying at the Comfort Inn, and it's normally $75 a night, and they're charging $225 per night plus tax. And with that, you get the room, which is fine. You get 3 meals a day, which is fine, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. However, first day, because of the time I've arrived, I'm not getting breakfast and lunch, but I'm also not getting a refund for that. And you also get a welcome package that includes everything that you need. So these are the little things that you use to order your food. You put them on the door in the morning. This side has your breakfast and lunch. This side has your dinner. So I'm just going to read off, you know, what the options are. So for breakfast, you can choose a veggie omelet, a cheese omelet, bacon and eggs, cereal, toast, yogurt, and a fruit cup, or French toast. And you can have either apple juice or orange juice. And then you can choose what time you want breakfast: 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, or 10. I ain't gonna be awake at that time. So does that mean I don't get breakfast? I don't know. Anyway, lunch and dinner menus are the same. So there's Philly steak and cheese, chana masala, fish and chips, 2-piece grilled chicken, charcoal beef burger, grilled chicken on a bun, veggie burger, chicken quesadilla, hamburger, veggie fried rice, chicken fried rice, Greek salad. You can add chicken, add bacon, or add both. You can get a veggie pizza that has mushroom, green pepper, and onion. You can get a pepperoni pizza. And then they've got some kids menus as well. And then for beverage, you can get water, Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, apple juice, orange juice. And then you can choose a time: 12, half 12, 1, half 1, or 2. Like I say, dinner is the exact same. And then you can, times are 5, half 5, 6, half 6, 7, half 7, 8, half 8, and 9. So 9 is the latest you can get your meal. So obviously I've hung one of these on the door just now because I want my dinner, but no one's come to pick it up off the door. So I don't know how they're supposed to do that. Like, do they collect at one time every day and I have to call to get that? I don't really know what's happening. So when I check in, the lady goes, here's your welcome package. You know, this is what you're spending the big bucks on, you know? This is what's in it. 1 packet of Clorox wipes, so I can clean the hotel because they didn't clean it for me, I guess. I don't know. 1 mask in a Ziploc bag, so somebody's handled this mask and put it in here. 1 tiny bottle of hand sanitizer. And they've got the menu here as well, direct from the restaurant, right? And they've got this little information stuff and all that jazz. And then obviously your dinner menus. They don't even give you a fucking pen to fill out the menu, so I had to use my eyeliner. Thanks a lot. So that's what I'm getting for $225 a night. Shit food 3 times a day. We'll see. I don't even know if it's going to come 3 times a day. A tiny ass hand sanitizer, a mask that someone's touched, and a packet of Clorox wipes. Oh, I forgot the best part. They gave me a treat. Some Ferrero Rochers. Lucky me. Guys, this is fucking ridiculous. Also, if I get my test back like tomorrow and it's negative, I can go home, but I still have to pay for 3 nights in the hotel. There's no refunds at all. This is fucking garbage. I don't know. This is just a mess. I just want to get to my house, get to my own bed, get to my dad, because I'm already having a hard enough time as it is being away. You know, you just spend so much time somewhere. You develop these relationships and these friendships, and then it's just gone. Like, I really hope it's not, but You never know. Right, I'm gonna go before I start getting too emotion. I will check in with y'all tomorrow. Right, so this is first meal. We got a Philly cheesesteak. Looks not bad actually. Not too shabby. We got some chips. Came with some tomato sauce and some Louisiana style hot sauce. Check it out, check it out. Wait, come on, it's supposed to focus. Oh, there we go. And a nice warm Coca-Cola because they put it in my fucking hot bag. All right, we've got breakfast. So let's see, I ordered bacon and eggs. So we've got a little fruit cup. We've got some jam, some margarine, a couple packets of tomato sauce, utensils. I'm going to guess that this is toasted toast. Yeah, toast. And I asked for sunny side up eggs, which I got one. And I've got, oh no, two, yay! Bacon, home fries. I did ask for an orange juice and they gave me a water, but I suppose that's not that big a deal. But everything looks alright, so let's dig in. Alright, we got some lunch. Nice. Ice cold Coca-Cola. Some chips. I can't remember what I ordered. Oh yeah, I got a quesadilla. That's looking alright. Came with a little hot sauce and maybe some sour cream, utensils, some tomato sauce from my chips, and it is, I don't even know what time it is. It is 5 after 1 and I asked for my food at 1, so that's alright. One thing I do gotta say about this place, I called the front desk and asked for more tea. She delivered, let me tell you. She must think I'm British or something. That's a lot of tea for the next 2 days, but you know what? I'ma drink it because she brought it. Well, hello. I am in day 2 of quarantine. It's been alright. So far I've had 4 meals. I had dinner my first night and then a full day of meals like breakfast, lunch, dinner. They've been alright actually. So the first night I got a Philly cheesesteak, which you would have just seen. It was decent. Today for breakfast I got bacon and eggs. For lunch I had, what did I have for lunch? Oh God, I can't even remember. Oh, I had a chicken quesadilla for lunch. That was decent too. And then fish and chips last night for dinner. The food's all decently priced, but I did kind of like a comparison cost-wise as to what it would have been if I had booked everything myself. So based on the welcome package that they gave me of the hand sanitizer, the mask, the bottle of water, I don't think I included that in the last video, the bottle of water and the Clorox wipes, plus if I had chosen the most expensive hotel room, paid for the taxi and paid for all of the meals, because I actually found the restaurant. There's a restaurant attached to the hotel that I'm in, and that's where all the food is coming from. So I just found their website online and I looked at the menu prices and such. So if I had paid out of my own pocket directly and like booked everything myself and not done the whole government booking or what have you, I would have saved $300. So this 3 nights has been $800, and if I had done it myself it would have been about $500. So I don't know how they figure that out, but I guess it is what it is. There's nothing we can do. I also contacted Air Canada in regards to, oh, Angus is snoring. Are you sleeping, son? I contacted Air Canada in regards to the luggage that I was told I would have to pay again from Toronto to Winnipeg, and the guy I spoke to said, no, you don't have to pay for that. And in regards to my seat selection that I had paid for, I completed a claim online and they've actually emailed me today and they're going to be refunding me for that as well. So everything's all right. You know, I'm excited to get home finally. Still sad about leaving, but what can you do? It is what it is. I'll definitely be back to Scotland as soon as I possibly can. You know, within restrictions and stuff, but we'll see. So yeah, that's my update for my full day 2. And of course I'll post my meals and stuff as well, so you guys can see kind of, you know, what I'm paying for. I imagine that this will be helpful for, you know, other folks who are going to be having to travel and do the 3-day quarantine as well. So at least you kind of know what you're in for. I imagine all hotels are different, but probably more or less the same as what I've experienced. So we will chat soon. Bye. All right, day 2 breakfast. Got myself a little OJ, a blueberry yogurt, and some French toast. A little syrup. Let's see how it is. Got my last lunch. And it is a Greek salad with chicken. And of course, a Coca-Cola. Got my last dinner. Went for, can you guess? Pepperoni pizza. Looking actually pretty damn good. It's my last night in the hotel. I'm happy. So that was kind of sucky, but I got my negative COVID test back today and I get to leave tomorrow morning. My flight leaves at 8:15 a.m. so I should be back in Winnipeg at about 10 a.m. My dad is dropping off my car at the airport, so I'm just gonna drive myself home so I don't have to be in contact with anybody, and then I'm just gonna be finishing up my quarantine there at my house in the basement. So I'll be out on the 24th. Feel free to message me and stuff because I'll be bored out my mind, you know. Last flight for Angus. I hope he's all right with it. We've continued his Comex medication throughout, so hopefully it's still working tomorrow when I give him his last one. Meals today were decent. I had French toast for breakfast. So it was 2 pieces of French toast, a yogurt, and an orange juice. For dinner, it was a Greek salad with chicken, and sorry, that was lunch. And then dinner was pepperoni pizza. Yeah, so that's it. The lady, when I checked in and I had asked her, because I had arrived later on my first day, because I didn't get my breakfast and my lunch that day, she said, well, you'll still get breakfast the day that you leave. However, I won't because I'm leaving so early. So I definitely did miss out on 2 of the 9 meals that had been paid for. So I mean, I don't imagine that there's anything that they're gonna do to help out with the cost of these types of things. So it's just, it is what it is. I'm just glad that everything is kind of over and I'll be back on home soil tomorrow. But of course I will keep you guys updated as I go along. This is kind of giving me, keeping me sane, catching up with you guys and just letting you know what's happening, and that way you guys are filled in too, so you know what's happening as well. I've tried to post this like updates daily, but the Wi-Fi at the hotel is garbage, so I'm not actually able to upload any of the videos that I've made. So I'm just gonna kind of smush them all into one and just probably post my holiday stay when I get home tomorrow. I've got a couple other videos that I've already recorded, so those should be going up soon as well because I'll have nothing else to do when I'm in quarantine. Yeah. Okay. I do have hair. It's just in a bun. All right. Bye. Alright, so this is me finally getting home. I've taken the audio out of this so I can give you a quick voiceover as to what's happening because I didn't really record anything properly. We brought Angus out the car and let him play around in the yard a bit. Then we brought China out. At this point, they didn't really seem too interested in each other. Just a wee bit of butt sniffing, but he was pretty preoccupied with his toy. And then she kind of buggered off. So, you know, right from the get-go, it looked like everything was going to be all right. But just keep watching. No. So here's my dad having a little playtime with Angus. This is when we start realizing that he's got some toy aggression. I never really tried to take his toys away from him when we were at home, so this is something new. Wanted to see what it was like because of the other dog and such.
Mine. He's strong, eh? Mine. Nope, mine.
This is what you would call my bedroom. Essentially just a storage room for the last little while, collecting boxes. Don't mind the posters on the wall. I was going through a phase.
Let go.
Angus's new favorite toy, a hand weight.
Come on. Let go. Let go. Let go.
An update on my room. I've moved the bed and everything in the room. It's just more of a mess than it was before, so lucky me. Is it getting better? Or is it getting worse? I can't tell. So Angus has not really been around other dogs so much. I think this is how he plays, but he has not a clue what he's doing. China's about 11 at this point, so don't know if she's up for playing much, but I would assume going up to a dog and pretending to nip its butt is not the best way to approach a play date. My mom came by, picked up Angus, and took him for a car ride, and he was pretty pooped afterwards. Also, this is Canadian money if you've never seen it before. Yeah, it's definitely getting worse. I don't know what day in the quarantine this was, but I decided to put makeup on. Doing nothing makes you real sleepy. Are you sleeping well? Okay, go back to bed. My room is almost finished, just gotta hang my prints. Hi guys. Am I too close? Should I back it up a bit? Is that better? Excellent. I'm looking in the viewfinder, so don't mind me while I get myself ready. I'm more put together than I have been in the last while. Let me see if I can raise you guys up a wee bit. Am I straight? I don't even know. I mean, mostly. Let's see. No, I don't want to do that. Fuck. There. This. Is that better? A little higher. Maybe that'll be good. Is that good? That better? Right. Well, that's where it's going to stay, alright? So, are we done swaying and stuff? I think we're good. Like, see, I got my prints up. Lovely. My bed is made. Yes. Right. So, it's been a while since I've checked in. I get to escape prison tomorrow. I'm so excited. I already have plans on what I want to do. Mostly go to 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee and some corn dogs. Because that's what I want to do. Right, I haven't checked in a little while because I've just been so blah. So I'm going to edit this tonight and post it hopefully tomorrow. So when you see it, I will finally be free. And honestly, it feels like I've done a sentence because it's been crazy. But you know, my mom stopped by to bring me some lunch. My bio dad's come by to bring me some lunch, and you know, it's been good. And my friend Renee came by and brought me some groceries and pizza from Little Caesars, and we had a nice chat, so that was good. You know, being quarantined, yes, you're not supposed to be around people, but that doesn't mean that, you know, you can't speak to people. So thank goodness for that. Angus has been really bad. So prior to us coming out here, it was just the two of us, right? Like, it was just me and him always. But now there's another dog and my dad. So not really something I would have noticed myself because I wouldn't have done this, but apparently he's got really bad food aggression and toy aggression. So he gets really nippy when you try and take his food or a toy away from him that he was playing with on his own. Like, if you present him a toy and he plays with it with you, that's fine. But if he has his toy and you try and take it away, it's not a good thing. So we're working on it. He is still pretty much a puppy, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to, you know, nip it. I know I probably should have sorted this beforehand, but like I say, it was just the two of us, and I never had any concern for him, you know, grabbing toy or other people grabbing toys or food or anything from him. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. I have my car. I don't know, there's really not much else to say because I've just been doing nothing. I have had a couple of video chats with my peeps. Sorry, this is just really crooked. I don't know. Am I still crooked? If I am, I think you're just gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, so I did a fun little video. So while I've been away, I had BoxyCharm, my subscription's still continuing. So I have quite a few boxes that I was opening. So I'm gonna post that video later. It's actually quite fun, and there's not as many duplicates as I had thought there was gonna be. A lot of eyeshadow palettes and stuff, because that's kind of what BoxyCharm is known for, is just pretty much an eyeshadow palette in every box. But it is what it is. I don't know if you can hear that. That's Angus. I just gave him a bath and he's like licking his toes or something, probably. Son, what are you doing? Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. So we've got a bunch of appointments coming up. I have an optical appointment. I've got a vet appointment. I've got all kinds of stuff. So I just need to get myself in check before, you know, I get things rolling. Yeah, that's about it. Tomorrow I'm going to start delivering for Uber. That's what I did prior to getting here, so I'm going to do that until I can find a job. I'm working on my resume at the moment, so that's about it for my update. So if you feel like you want to catch up with me, or if you miss me, or if you can't wait to see me, just shoot me a message, send me a text, whatever. I'm pretty much up all the time. So I will respond, even though there is currently a 5-hour time difference between here and Scotland. It will be 6 hours again on the 28th, because your time jumps forward at that point. Ours already has, so it shortened the time frame just a wee bit. But yeah, so that's it. Okay, bye.